You guys asked for it, so here it is, the debut of the OT3, the new fantasy football channel, and I've heard your complaints. And this channel will not be anything else but fantasy football. So if you enjoy fantasy football, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the podcast. We're starting from ground zero. Now, I figured there's no better way to start this channel than to give you guys my positional rankings for absolutely free. So let me know what you think in the comments. Who's too high? Who's too low? Let me know. All right, kicking off here at the bottom of my top 20. Now, I want to preface this by saying, view these quarterbacks in tiers. So the quarterbacks on your screen, view them in the same tier. Just, of course, keep that in mind as we go through these positional rankings. But at number 20, Deshaun Watson. Isn't my bias? I don't know. But we know the kind of quarterback that he can be. We know he could be the MVP of the league of that caliber, in that conversation. He has some talented weapons around him. And in a Kevin Stefanski offense, he's not put in a position where he can make too many mistakes. As long as he's accurate, he's going to have a good season. But that was his problem. Of course, we haven't seen that version of Watson in a while. Can we get it this year? If we can, he's a steal of a quarterback. I have him for his upside at number 20. For Herbert, Lawrence, Cousins, and Goff, look, all four of these guys are in situations where they have to be the heartbeat of this offense for it to operate and for it to run and for these teams to make a playoff push. Justin Herbert has the least amount of weapons, or the least credible weapons around him in that Chargers offense. But, of course, Justin Herbert might be the most talented, so it's a give and take situation. Trevor Lawrence, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, all of these guys have great weapons around them, but they need to be consistent and they need to take care of the football. These are all guys at the end of the day that are going to be spot start options, backup quarterbacks for the majority of our teams throughout the entire season. 11 through 15. The only movement here is that Brock Purdy went down one spot, and you guys will see why. But 12 through 15 for me, it has remained the same. And of course, the first set of these rankings you saw on my other channel, The Anomaly Podcast. As of now, we're approaching 20,000 subscribers. So if you're coming over, let me know in the comments. But no movement here. Of course, Stafford, Rodgers. The only, I guess, questionable one here is Caleb Williams. I think I'm high on him because I don't think the Bears are going to be a playoff team this year. But if they are, it's only a positive. But I do think this Bears offense is going to be playing catch up in a lot of games. And this offense has a lot of weapons and talent around Caleb Williams. So not only can he set records for his actual NFL team, but hopefully for our college or for our fantasy football teams as well, right? But the rest of these guys, a lot of talent around them. They just need to stay healthy and get their playmakers the ball, and the rest will take care of its own. Moving into the top 10, I have Jordan Love at number 10, and of course Dak at 8, Burrow at 7, and Anthony Richardson at number 6. The only big movement here is Kyler Murray has now entered the top 10 of my quarterback rankings. Why? Right? Why? You know, this is a guy that's in a subpar offense with unproven weapons for the most part around him. But Kyler Murray, this is a guy that when he was healthy, the last couple of years, the first couple of years of his career, he was a perennial top 5 fantasy quarterback because he's so dynamic with his arm and his legs. And now he has maybe the most talent he's had in a long time with Marvin Harrison coming into the offense, right? Being maybe the best wide receiver prospect we've ever seen. With Trey McBride looking to take a step up. Now, the only thing that worries me about this offense is that I do think it's going to be a run first, pass later kind of an offense, kind of like the Rams, kind of like the 49ers, because that's what we saw from them when Kyler returned last year. But Kyler is so dynamic, whether if it's through the air or on the ground, that I think his upside is higher than a lot of quarterbacks, and he comes at an amazing value down the board. So Kyler Murray at number 9, he's moving up my boards. Can he be higher? Yeah, I don't know. I think I trust the top 8 guys just a little bit more. Maybe not Anthony Richardson, but he has a lot of potential. We know what Anthony Richardson could be. But moving into the top 5, why you guys clicked on today's video. No movement here, so I apologize for that. But to me, the only thing I'm questioning here, and I want to ask you guys this in the comments, for Jalen Hurts, CJ Stroud, and Lamar Jackson, let me know in the comments, how would you rank those 3 quarterbacks as far as fantasy football? CJ Stroud might have the most talent around him as far as the receiving options, but he is a pocket passer at the end of the day. He doesn't give you the mobility of a Jalen Hurts, of a Lamar Jackson. So let me know in the comments how you would rank those three. But for me, that is my top 20 quarterbacks. On Wednesday, we're going to give you my running backs. Friday, of course, receivers, so on and so forth. So stay tuned to the channel. If you enjoy, drop a like, subscribe to the channel,